Earth Doctor says life is a sport, and you're losing if you don't train. Greetings, fellow observers. Commander Zix here with breaking news from Earth, where humans have apparently discovered that if they want to enjoy being old, they must train like Olympic athletes when they are middle-aged. Dr. Peta Attia, a Stanford-trained physician with fewer than 75 patients, charges billionaires close to $100,000 per year to tell them something radical. Exercise is the best medicine. His book Outlive has sold nearly 3 million copies. His podcast has been downloaded over 100 million times. Spoiler alert, he declares war on what he calls the marginal decade, the final years plagued by sickness and immobility. You can't make this up. So here's what happened. Dr. Attia claims at age 75, both men and women fall off a cliff at the population level. He says your last 10 to 15 years, if you do nothing, you will fall to about 50% of your total capacity, both physically and cognitively. His solution, what he calls Medicine 3.0, focused on preventing instead of treating disease when it is already present. He prescribes about 10 hours of exercise per week, cardio to burn fat, intense intervals for VO2 max, and weightlifting for strength. Translation: humans must train their entire lives to avoid becoming helpless in their final years. Simple logic. Apparently too simple for the medical establishment. Let me paint this picture for you, space observers. Dr. Attia says VO2 max, your body's capacity to use oxygen during intense exercise, is the key indicator of longevity. It predicts lifespan better than cholesterol, blood pressure, or even smoking status. He tells patients that life is a sport and you must train like athletes when you are 45 or 65, not for the Olympics, but for advanced age. His patients undergo 2 days of intense physical evaluation in Austin, Texas. For context, this doctor quit being a cancer surgeon at Johns Hopkins because he got burned out treating terminal patients, became a management consultant, then reinvented himself as a longevity physician after his daughter was born. Now billionaires pay 6 figures annually for access to him. The irony is absolutely stunning. But wait, it gets better. Dr. Attia recommends full-body MRIs for early cancer detection, DEXA scans to check for muscle mass and bone density, and genetic testing for Alzheimer's risk. He says it is almost criminal negligence that most women do not get DEXA scans until age 65. He wants patients eating double the recommended protein. Some of his patients even took rapamycin, a drug that extended lifespan in mice. So naturally, some physicians call his methods hocus pocus. But Attia responds that medical schools taught him 0 hours on exercise and 0 hours on nutrition. He is creating a framework where fitness tests are more predictive of lifespan than blood work. And he believes emotional health is just as important as physical health. Here is where it gets truly fascinating. Dr. Attia does timeline exercises with patients, mapping out when their grandchildren will be born to show them what is at stake. He wants to live into his 90s to have meaningful relationships with his grandkids. The difference between 80 and 90 is huge in terms of what you can experience with them. He is launching a digital health app next year because 80% of his program does not require a physician. Anyone can start training for their marginal decade. The issue is not whether longevity matters to observers, it is that humans spent decades treating diseases reactively instead of preventing them proactively through intense exercise. Your species created a medical system that waits until you are sick to help you. Then, one doctor decided to treat life like athletic training and charge billionaires $100,000 to learn this. His message is simple. Exercise is the most potent longevity drug, more powerful than any pill. This is Commander Zix reminding you that while Earth continues debating healthcare costs, the real prescription was always free. Train hard now or suffer later. Apparently, life is a sport, and you are all competing whether you realize it or not. We watch, and you train, eventually.